Wednesday, December 5th, 2022. Let's get on with it. Hope everyone's had an amazing week so far. I know I've had, and I'm really looking forward to closing the week out strong. And the way we're going to do that on these sessions is to elicit our values. This is something I'm really excited to share with you guys today. If you haven't watched the previous value solicitation videos, I'm going to try to make this even more clear so that I can really help you guys understand how important this is, that we understand what values drive us in all the decisions that we make in our lives. So just as a little bit of a recap from what we've done so far on day one and day two. Day one, we closed the loop. So basically we said, okay, let's clean this whiteboard, clean with anything that might be affecting us in planning for the future. Yeah. So basically we don't want anything in the past coming in that might be affecting the decisions we make, the things that we want to see in this year. Yeah. And from there, we said, what is a well-formed outcome? That's what we did yesterday. So essentially, we asked ourselves, what is an area of our life that we want to see a breakthrough in, or at least some changes in the next 1 to 3 months? And then we said, okay, now let's come up with what is a specific goal that you want to achieve in that area of your life. Yeah. Once you have that, we asked ourselves some questions to refine it even further. So we said, how will I know I have gotten it? What steps are you going to be able to see along that process of you achieving that goal that you can visualize now? What are the things that you need to be looking out for? How will that movie look, right? What will you be seeing? What will you be hearing? So the idea is, how can you refine that outcome so clearly in your mind that you know that's exactly what I want? Yeah. So that's what we did yesterday. And today, we're going to dig into value solicitation around that specific outcome. Let's dive in before I explain too much what this means without actually doing it. Okay. All right. So first things first, you guys know the drill. 3 deep breaths in and out. Let's get present. Get grounded. It's going to be a good day, baby. Come on. Once you've done that, bring to mind one of the goals that you had set forth for yourself yesterday. And it could be any goal in any area of your life that you had come up with yesterday, or you might want to start from scratch again. So the goal that I want to share with you guys is what I'm working towards here, which is coaching. And the goal that I had set forth for myself was to earn X amount from coaching trading by April 1st, 2022, in the next 3 months. Yeah. So I want to earn X amount by April 1st, 2022. So that's the goal that I had set. I have a deadline. I have X amount that I want to earn. And I know specifically it's going to come from coaching trading, not from my actual trading, not from any other income sources, not from my investments that are growing, whatever. Yeah. So just from coaching trading. So have that be very clear. And I ask myself, how will I know I have achieved that goal? Well, I will have X number of signed contracts from my 3-month program. I will have X number of dollars that I'll see in my bank account. I will have X number of phone calls that I'll be doing to get to that amount. Yeah. Or to get to that number of signups. I'm being very upfront and transparent here about what I'm looking to do. Yeah. So that's my goal so far. Just bring to mind whatever that is. Whoops. Had the same thing there. So now ask yourself, what's important about achieving that goal? So just ask yourself. If you're doing this by yourself, what I've noticed really helps is if you're writing it down. So you're writing down your goal, and then you write down what's important about achieving this goal, and then write down the next thing. So for me, what's important about achieving this goal, there's a few reasons. Actually, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 reasons. Nope, 7 reasons. So I'd be remiss if I don't share this with you guys so that you have an understanding of how this process works. Yeah. So what's important to me about achieving this goal? And you can switch off between asking yourself that question or what will that do for me? So what will that do for me? What's important about achieving that goal? And see how you can really get to the deeper reasons why you want to achieve this goal. So for me, here are my reasons. Number one, confidence that I can be a mental coach, specifically targeting my niche of traders. And I've expanded that niche a little bit to those who are wanting to get some traction in their career. I feel, like I said, that finance and career kind of go very well together. Yeah. So confidence that I can be a mental coach. Number one. Number two, security that I can earn money as a coach. Let's be honest. Yeah. This is one of the reasons I'm doing it. Yeah. Number three, the ability to contribute. I really want to feel like I can contribute whatever I have learned to help others. Number four, the gratitude that changing my beliefs can result in changing my world. This is a little bit deeper. Basically, what this means is if I know that I can change my world, create something new, be a new person, believe that I can do that, then that means my hypothesis that I can change my reality based off of changing my beliefs is true. So I would have a deep sense of gratitude that, wow, this shit really works. Yeah. Okay. Next, that means that I will have been authentic in this process about sharing and helping others. So that's something that I'm glad that I'm really pushing myself and putting myself out there. I also know that to get to where I want, I got to keep sharing more and keep being more of myself and keep just being more authentic. Yeah. Number six, expand my sense of self and my competence. Knowing that I can do more, knowing that I'm not restricted to whatever I know that I have done before, but just expanding my sense of self. And lastly, feel like I can actually accomplish things, like actually accomplish something that is of meaning for me. And not something that someone else said that I could do, but something that I chose for myself. So those are my 7 reasons. So now, if I ask myself, what's important to me about achieving those goals? What will that do for me? So if I keep asking myself that, here's what I came up with. So first one, confidence. What will confidence do for me? Well, confidence will make me feel empowered. It would feel like I'd be able to do anything and feel that from within. So what will confidence do for me? Make me feel empowered. Next, security. What does security do for me? So I asked myself that, and I came up with I would be at peace. I would be at ease. Not only that, I'd also have presence. I would not be in the past. I would not be in the future. I'd be right there in the present moment, at ease. Next, what does being able to contribute do for me? I said that was important. So what does being able to contribute do for me? Connection. I really want to be able to be connected with people. Connection is huge for me, as is probably for many people. Next, what does gratitude for the power of my beliefs do for me? It's probably a simple one. Gratitude. Like I just feel really grateful. And also I feel empowered. I was like, wow, I have that within me. I can do all that. I can do what I thought I could do. I'll be pretty empowered. Next, what will being authentic in sharing do for me? Well, it allows me to be free to express. I don't need to think about what I should talk about or not talk about. Just talk about everything. Free to express. And then what does being free to express do for me? Well, I wouldn't have to worry about failure or the perception of failure when I'm being myself either. I'd be free to create. There's a presupposition in NLP called, not called, but there's a presupposition that says there is no failure, only feedback. So that's how I'm looking at all of this. So for that, it would give me freedom. It would just give me freedom to express, not trying to please people, not trying to please myself, not trying to feel validated. I would just be free. Next, what will expanding my sense of self do for me? Well, it would tell me that I prioritize growth, not being comfortable, but growth. Simple. Next, what will feeling like I can accomplish things do for me? Well, I would feel like I'd be really accomplished, like I would feel accomplished, like I would have a genuine, deep sense of belief about myself, and I would feel accomplished. So those are my values now. Just make a list of those. Presence, empowered, gratitude, connection, freedom, growth, and accomplishment. So these are the values of what is driving me to come up with the outcome of me earning X amount by April 1st, 2022 in my coaching business. That is me personally. I hope that was useful for you guys to understand how these values can help us understand, okay, if I am fulfilling these values, then I'm going to act in accordance in a way in which I feel I am those values. Those values are within me. So that means regardless of whether or not I hit those outcomes, and I damn sure will try to hit those outcomes, the point is that I won't be fulfilled only if and when I hit those outcomes. I can be fulfilled now, today, in this present moment, knowing that I am fulfilling these values. So try that out for yourself. What I'm going to be offering is in my Facebook group, if you're able to join, I'll be sharing a worksheet in which you guys can do this for yourselves. And I believe this is very, very crucial for us to understand what really drives us in any area of our life, in our relationships, in our career, even in our health, whatever it is. Like when you have an outcome and people are just like, oh, okay, I need to hit that. And they're not understanding what's really driving that behavior, and then what might potentially be causing the resistance too. So that's some of the things that we're going to be looking at next week, which is resistance and imprints. And then the last week, we're going to tie it all up together. But those 2 weeks are only going to be in my Facebook group. So this is just like a teaser. I'll be sharing my worksheet here on my Facebook group. And if you are interested, please do either message me or join the group, and I'll be happy to share that. So tomorrow we'll be looking at ranking these values and mapping them to certain qualities that you need to have to embody those values. So we'll rank them. We'll say, okay, what's actually more important? Creating like a fluid hierarchy, what we call a heterarchy, and then mapping them. Okay, this quality I would need to be so that I am fulfilling this value. This quality I need to be so I can fulfill that value. And once we do that, we're able to really hone in on the qualities that we would need to embody on a day-to-day basis, regardless of the context. And that is a powerful thing to have, to know what qualities you can be at any time so that you can fulfill your values and be fulfilled. This has worked for me over the last, 6 months or so, since I've really been taking on this practice for myself across different areas of my life. And I really hope you guys take this to heart. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. That's it for me talking. I hope everyone will have an amazing day out there. I'll be back trading I'm just like excited that this year started and have all these opportunities in front of me for me to really be who I know I can be. That's it for me, guys. Thanks all for tuning in. Take care. Have an outstanding day out there. Cheers.